Hey everyone, it's Miss Rolfe, and you may or may not know this, but September 15th to October 15th is Hispanic Heritage Month. So, in creative writing class, we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month by highlighting a Hispanic author who we really love. I'm going to do the first one, and hopefully after this one, my students will take over. So, our first Hispanic Heritage Month writer of the day is none other than Virgil Suarez. Before I get into Virgil's actual professional bio that I have borrowed from various poetry websites, I'd like to tell you personally a little bit about the Virgil Suarez that I know. Virgil Suarez was a teacher at Bennington College when I was there, getting my graduate degree. And I can tell you that he is not only a phenomenal teacher and writer, but he is just an all-around fun and generous human being that always had time to talk to students and would always tell us wonderful, wonderful stories. And he always made me laugh. Big fan of Chihuahuas, of which he owned many, and he used to take funny author photos with his Chihuahuas. You can Google it and see them. They're adorable. So now for the professional bio. Virgil Suarez fled Cuba with his family when he was just 12, eventually settling in the United States. In both his poetry and prose, Suarez seeks to capture the experience of migration. His poems trace the emotional upheavals endured by those in permanent exile, peppering his narrative free verse poems with references to family members, friends, historical figures, in both real and imagined situations. Suarez connects his personal experience as an immigrant with larger themes of identity, history, and language. So now I would like to share with you one of my favorite poems by Virgil Suarez. I have taught this poem for many, many years, and I love it a lot. Every time I read it, I love it even more. You'd think I'd be sick of it, but I am not. It's that good. And this poem is called Isla. In Los Angeles, I grew up watching the Three Stooges, The Little Rascals, Speed Racer, and the Godzilla movies. Those my mother called Los Monstruos. And though I didn't yet speak English, I understood why such a creature would, upon being woken up from its centuries-long slumber, rise and destroy Tokyo's buildings, cars. I understood by the age of 12 what it meant to be unwanted, exiled, how you move from one country to another where nobody wants you, nobody knows you. And I sat in front of the TV, transfixed by the snow fizz on our old black and white. And when Godzilla bellows his eardrum-crushing growl, I screamed back this victory holler from one so rejected and cursed to another. When the monster whipped its tail and destroyed, I threw a pillow across my room. Each time my mother stormed into the room and asked me what I thought I was doing, throwing things at the walls. Ese monstruo, esa isla, she'd say. That monster, that island. And I knew she wasn't talking about the movie. She meant her country, mine, that island in the Caribbean we left behind, itself a reptile-looking mass on each map on my globe, a crocodile-like creature rising again, eating us so completely. So, not only am I sending you a poem, I am also giving you a prompt to do, if you so choose, a challenge, if you will. In his poem Isla, Virgil Suarez uses an extended metaphor as sort of the central thing in the poem. Write a poem where you use a central metaphor that you extend throughout the poem. So in his poem, he compares Cuba to Godzilla to kind of show how the seriousness and the kind of monstrous conditions they came from, but also how that kind of still haunts them in America because they're still not accepted and they still have, you know, the scars of what they went through in Cuba in America. So thank you for listening. I look forward to continuing our series for Hispanic Heritage Month. Happy writing. Bye.